Charlie, last year around this time you were talking about you going to the NCAA, how excited you are, and just going to push each other at the NCAA. This year you went ahead to win the NCAA 200 meters and the 200 meter in the indoors, and went ahead to win the outdoor 200 meters. How would you sum up your first year in the NCAA? How would you sum it up?
I mean, it has been God since day one, man, because I put God first in everything and that I do. And I always say God has something to do with me in my life and He has a purpose. He gave me this talent for a reason. So I always give God His glory in everything that I do. So I must say this NCAA first season was God.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's take it back to the indoor season, right?
Mhm,
The
mhm.
indoor season. What are the biggest difference that you saw, or what made a huge impact in your indoor season this year?
The huge difference that I can say was NCAA is more competitive than JUCO. That's so obvious. I mean, I ran 20.2 in JUCO in my first indoor race, and coming to the NCAA, I ran 20.4, and it was difficult to adjust to training programs, adjust to the guys that I was running with, Marker and other guys, ACEs guys. So it was difficult, but I must say I adjusted quickly and I adapted to the new environment quickly. So it was fun.
That is awesome. You won the indoor title.
Mm.
What a refreshing feeling was it to be able to win that indoor title on your first try? Take us through that emotion when you crossed the line and you won the realize that you won the indoor title.
Man, when I crossed the line, the first thing that I thought of was just thanking God because, like I said before, it has been God always, it's been God since day one. So the first thing that I thought of it was God. Then I celebrated later. So I always thank God for that, and I just always thank my coach and my everyone, my family who are always supporting me, who are always backing me up with prayers, and my trainers and everyone who's behind me. I'm not the only one. I don't only succeed on my own, but I have a team behind me that helped me to succeed.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Looking at what are some strategies from the indoor season, you realize that your first outdoor meet,
Mhm.
you had an injury in your first
Yeah.
outdoor race. What
Yeah.
what was the reaction? What was the thoughts, or what was the reaction when you were coming out of the curve in that 200 meters in Florida, and you all of a sudden pull your hamstring? What happened? Take us through that moment.
So when I was in Florida, when I was warming up, I told my guy Clinton that I feel a little bit tired because we traveled like a night before, and then we had to run the following day. So I was feeling a bit tired. So I told my friend I'm feeling a bit tired. So when I was warming up outside, with my coach doing some little strides and some little lobsters, that's when I felt like a cramp. So in my mind, I thought it was a cramp, honestly,
Yeah,
but I didn't know it was something crazy.
yeah.
So I didn't tell coach that there was something happening. So I went on and went to the blocks and started the race. So running my curve, I was like, okay, I'm good, I'm good. I'm running well. Then by the time I was starting to get up and starting to hit the ground so that I can come out the curve really, really quick, that's when I felt the pain. I was like, oh my God, I freaked out. So that's why I felt. But seeing the doctors and going for to see the doctors and stuff, it wasn't something major. So it was something not bad. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
That is awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about the recovery process, like
Yeah.
some adjustment in training? Because since then you didn't compete up
Yeah.
until like SCA championship. So take
Hmm.
us through the preparation. How did you like the recovery process? So for anyone, a lot of people out there don't know how to come back from injuries,
Yeah.
especially people in
Yeah.
Africa and all that.
Yeah.
So for anyone who'll be going through something like that, what are some strategies that you adapted, or in collaboration with your coaches, your
Mhm.
trainers? What are some of the things that you did to help you come back really fast, and not just fast, but in top shape? You were still able to maintain your top shape.
Like I said, it wasn't a major injury, so it wasn't that really hard to come back really quick. And I would say I trusted the process, I trusted my coaches, I trusted my trainers, I trusted my doctors. So I was listening to them. Whatever they said, I would do it. Whatever rehab they said I should do, I had to do it. I thought I was gonna go on a break when I got injured, but it's acting like it ended up like something like I was spending the whole day at campus doing rehab,
Oh,
seeing the doctors and stuff. So it was really overwhelming and really frustrating, because come, I would leave home like 6 or 7 a.m. and come back home 7 a.m. like spending
oh,
hours away from home. So it wasn't easy at all to do all that stuff to come back. But at the center of everything, it was just God. I was putting God instead of everything because even though if I do the rehab, if I see the doctors, if I don't put God first in everything, it wasn't gonna be easy to come back.
that is awesome. What are some adjustments that your coach did to like help you to come back gradually and still maintain that top shape from indoor?
Yeah, my coach takes the injury seriously. If you are at a practice, if you say, "Oh, I'm cramping," he's gonna sit you down. He doesn't play with injuries. So he was making sure I was fine when I was doing some little strides or something easy. He was making sure I was really, really fine when I was coming back in training and starting to do some explosive stuff. So it wasn't that bad at all since I was out like for about 2 weeks. So it wasn't bad at all. So my coach knew how to communicate with me and hear me out so that we can work together and figure out how we can work our way forward.
That's awesome. And your first race since then was in May, which was
Mhm.
a very long time ago, because a lot of
Yeah.
people have started their season ahead of you. And
Mhm.
your first race, your first official season opener was at the SCC
Yeah.
Championship. Take us through what was the mental process, what was the preparation going to that meet? Because you don't know what you're going to run, you don't know like
Yeah.
a race shape.
Mhm.
So what was the mental preparation going through? Yeah,
Um, I always communicate with my coach. I always talk to my coach before races, so we have a race plan. So my coach has just told me, "You are coming from India. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just go out there and get the regional marks." Because I didn't have a regional marks but since I started outdoor competitions. So my goal was just to run and get the regional mark. And at the same time, I wanted to see how I'm feeling and how I'm gonna run from SEC going on. So it was just to get the regional mark and having fun with the other guys.
That is awesome. And I was talking with my co-host and I was like, was it
Yeah.
a strategy for you not to run the finals because you made the finals? And
Yeah.
realized like, oh, you didn't run the final. Was it a strategy? If that was a strategy, that was a good strategy
Yeah.
from coach. What was that a strategy?
Yeah, he said when I was in practice, he said you are in shape of making the finals.
Mm.
So he told me when I was going in the race, yes, you're gonna run well, you're gonna be in shape of running to get into the finals, but I don't want you to run the finals. I just want you to get the regional mark and leave everything else to the other guys and winning. So it was just a strategy of me and my coach.
That is a nice strategy. That was a very great strategy because
Yeah.
your coach knows you better. He knows if you are going
Yeah.
to finals,
That's
you
true.
want to push harder than
Hmm.
you.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah,
Now
that's
coming
true.
to the NCAA National
Hmm.
Championship,
Hmm.
because of your injury, so you weren't one of the guys that people were expecting to
Yeah.
win it.
Yeah, I know.
You pull it off. You show that you're a champ and
Yeah.
you're defending. You are the NCAA Indoor Championship. So
Yeah.
what was the mindset going to the NCAA Championship?
I mean, I always tell myself to have fun. I always tell myself to put God first in everything. And like I said, I always talk to my coach. I always communicate with my coach. I always do that because he knows me way better than I know myself. So I always make sure I talk to him and see how it goes. So preparing for the NCAAs and going to NCAAs, it was all God, my coach, and the prayers that my parents helped me out.
That is awesome. And coming from lane nine, where you got lane nine at the NCAA,
Yeah.
what was the thought process? What was the strategy going into that race when you got lane nine?
Honestly, I said this before, but I was also counting myself out. But at the same time, I stayed positive.
Mhm.
I counted myself out, but I just wanted to make the top three, you know. So my goal going to the final was just to make the top three. I knew my guy Maka was in good shape. He ran 19.9 the whole season, 19 the whole season like 5 times. It was a super season for him. I knew he was in good shape to win. But for me, it was just to make the top three, you know. So I just went in the blocks, then logged myself in, plugged the noises, then I just ran for my life. I ran like a mad person. That was the start. I don't think it was a strategy, but I just ran.
Yeah.
I just ran like a mad person. Yeah, but it was good above all. It was good.
That is awesome. And how does it feel? You and Maka have been just pushing each other, break
Yeah,
the Zimbabwe record
yeah,
front and back. Maka will
yeah.
break it today. You run tomorrow, you break it. Maka will break it this week. Few weeks, you break it. How does it feel for you, the two of you just playing the Zimbabwe record like that?
I mean, it's fun, It's funny because back in back some week few years ago, it wasn't easy to break that record, But since me and Marcus started taking this thing seriously, started breaking these records, it was started getting funny, because you wanted the record, then you break it. Then I was like, okay, I'm coming, I'm getting it back. Then it was just like an exchange.
Yeah.
Then I get it, and I get it. So it was fun, and I thank God for that. Yeah.
That is awesome. And
Hmm.
we've realized that throughout the season, you've
Yeah.
been wearing On Athletics a lot. Have
Yeah.
you officially signed an NIL deal with On? Can you confirm to us?
Yeah, I signed an NIL deal on last year, so we are working together.
That is awesome. So
Yes,
now that NCAA season has ended,
yes,
you've
sir.
probably secured your qualification for World Championship in Tokyo already.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what is the preparation or the plan for the rest of the summer before NCAA?
Um,
Or the World Championship, sorry.
yeah, for the World Championship, like I said, I always communicate with my coach. So my coach told me to chill out a bit. We are taking our training back a little bit. We are relaxing a bit. We are not competing this whole month. We'll be training. So I'll start competing in August, see how I'll be going, and to see if I can get a little bit of some 100 meters in so that I can get some speed work in. So for now, I'm just chilling, just having fun. So I'm preparing for the long journey which is in September. Yeah.
That is awesome. And my last question, how does it feel to be working with Olympic level coach like your coach at UK? How does it feel to be working with such a coach?
I mean, for me, it's just normal. My coach is a good guy. He's a funny guy. We at practice, we're just laughing, we're just having fun, just making fun of me when I'm dying at practice, asking me if I'm okay, if I need water, he'll be just laughing. So he's to me, he's an Olympic coach, of course, but to me, it's just like my father. Like I said in the last podcast, it's just like my father to me, and work together very well. I love him for that.
That is awesome. So any final thought to anyone in Zimbabwe? You have a lot of fans across the continent of Africa and
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, anywhere. Final thoughts to them.
I would say this thing called track and field, it needs you to be disciplined. It needs you to put God first in everything and never give up and hard work as hard as you can. That's all I can say.